on EA Sports.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Baker Mayfield, the second-year quarterback from Oklahoma, will pilot this offense as the Browns get set for their first drive. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And a look now at the starting offense for the
home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
52's the mic.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Bravo. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, Mike 52. I got you.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Hurry!
At the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Got an open man, it's Radley.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
52's the mic right here over there.
Hey, echo.
From the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defense,
so here are the Dolphins now under first-time head coach Brian Flores. They'll be led by their veteran quarterback. He's been in the league for a while, since 2005, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Here we go,
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Shakes off the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
What we knew coming in, it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balazs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Landry now on the return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Hey, alert 33. Protein spill. Regular. Shoot. Alert 3. Alert. Hurry.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Regular.
That's a gain of 4.
Mayfield now from the 50. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a
Oh, pressure comes, and the Dolphins block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Touchdown, Miami.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. To throw again on second down. Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the delay, it's Balaj. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Run. Hey, Alpha. 452. Alert. Check 9. Done.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Pistol. Hey, alert.
Here's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
180. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Haywood.
At the 46-yard line.
Let's go. Back 55. Back 55.
Now Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They give the Chubb out of the gun. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Let's go 20. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. They can't hang with us. Hey.
They'll run here with Balaj. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. To time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, Delta. Where's 52? Block 52. 52's the mic. On the ball. Check. Point it right, point it right, point it right. My God.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check. 52's the mic right here, over there.
Mayfield down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be up of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Ben Roethlisberger with 1 touchdown pass thus far. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. 3rd down here.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him. Second and 5 now. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj.
A really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Anderson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain.
Now, Balaj. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Anderson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now a run with Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They run again on first down, Anderson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run, Anderson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On second down, Mayfield again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
80 weapon.
Bang, bang.
Kings. Bravo.
No, check that.
On third down, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Slam.
A run for Nick Chubb. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Chubb, and he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hurry.
Switch up.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, baby. Return.
Run.
They go with Chubb on second down. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
He can't hang.
Hey, Zoo.
He's not going to get me.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Watch twist.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
52's the mic, boys. 52. You don't want this. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. You're trash. Shift. Watch the shift. 25. Check.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Here we go. Hey, just It's just me and you.
Real.
Me and you. It's just me and you.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. His throw incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Landry. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that. Super toe.
Alert!
We got 4.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Echo.
First down, Mayfield. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Caught the tight end Walford. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 30.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 40 now on second down, Fitzpatrick. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
False start, offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Again, Anderson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, a 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, along the line, along the line.
Here's Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hey! Bumps up the helmet. Here we go, here we go. No, check that. We're going Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. And we're pretty quiet. Real. Pretty quiet. Check 26.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Here we go.
Hey, watch it.
Point it right.
52's the mic right here.
Hurry.
52's the mic.
Ain't no such thing as a left.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Go. Mike 52.
Hey, here we go.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They start the drive with Anderson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 96 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Hilliard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Regular.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, alert!
Flare. Switch.
From the 38, Mayfield. And his throw is going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
52's the mic, boys, 52. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
High 7. Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out, and the Browns get a score closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now we look at C.J. Anderson as he trots back out there and gets set to go on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Fitzpatrick, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the former Dolphin All-Pro Olivier Vernon, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield now. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Up, up.
52's the mic.
Watch, let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Pistol.
Check 50.
They'll run again with Hunt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
180. 52. Come on, D.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
218, chop it. Hey, alert.
Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pistol. Hey, Haywood.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
King.
4th down, Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Set, 180. I got it. Hurry, hurry.
He's mine. Check 52's the Mike.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Charlie.
Rip left.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he completes it to Hunt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Regular. Hey, foxtrot.
Where's 52?
Watch out.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Pick it up.
King. Hurry.
52's the Mike, boys. 52.
To Johnson again. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Watch his flat. Kill.
Real. Up. Hey, Delta.
Danny.
Now Mayfield on 4th down, and it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it?
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They run again with Hunt.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Shift.
On 1st down, it's Hunt, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Exit.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You got it.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Browns' 33-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
52.
Alert!
They'll run. It's Hilliard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4,
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
53's the mic. Check 53. Watch the run.
After the sack on 1st down, Fitzpatrick, and he finds Parker here, complete. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Fitzpatrick, blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Fielded just inside the 30. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Out. Pistol. 52, Mike, 52. Don't get nervous.
Here's Mayfield. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Alert!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Got an open man. It's Radley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Let's bring it. 52's the mark, boys. 52. You gonna see me in your night.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43.
Alert, 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 alert. Hatch it, hatch it. Hurry, hurry. That's me. Let's go. Let's go.
Mayfield with it once more. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Kings, Kings, Kings. Run, run, run. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Hey, orbit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Kadero Hodge, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
33. 55. Hey, let's go. Hurry. You don't want none. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field.
Offense.
And they're already walking backwards. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Yo, Mike, 52. Up. He's time to leave. Hurry, hurry. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Kings, Kings, Kings. Go, go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Hey, let's get him home. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right now.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Point it right. That QB's trash. Let's go. Check recon, 132 fighter.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Alert 3. Point it right. Check. Run. Fresno.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So kind of had the same thought. I don't think that we saw this result coming. If they were going to win, maybe at home, but not here on the road.
No, not at all. We thought that at the end, the strength would win out, and that didn't happen. But let's give them credit. Went on the road without being intimidated. Went on the road with not just belief, but a strong belief that they could pull it off, and took advantage of every opportunity in this one.
So for Miami, it's just their second win here in 11 tries this season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.